Next month, we have 50 to 99 resources at 8+ threat is this month. So, once again, things have gotten easier. Going from month to month, this time it is 0 out of 2.5 abductions. 0 out of 1 terror. 0 out of 1 research. 0 out of 3.5 scouts. 0 out of 2 harvests. 0 out of 2 hunts. 0 out of 2 bombs. And 0 out of 1 council. August. To change the month as well.
We will be in touch, Commander.
Yeah, they're getting kind of beat up on the strategic layer. Nothing much to do with this money right now.
The new engineers
What I ideally want to do is build a satellite nexus.
Glad to have more help down here.
Once I've finished computers. I think I can do that. How many computers do I have? 6. Build a satellite nexus. Satellite nexus gives me 4 more satellites I can launch, which is all of Africa plus Germany or something, and I'm only 2 short of having globe coverage. Happy August, thank you. Thank you kindly. I can decide to, I can go satellite nexus, satellite uplink, and that gives me full globe coverage, or I can go satellite nexus here, and then like build a satellite nexus here, delete this satellite nexus. Is that how much I need? I need 2 more. I don't even need that. I would go satellite nexus here, and then I can delete these 2 up here and have more space for other buildings. Basically get all globe coverage with 6 buildings instead of 7. Alien base assault possible this month? Don't think so. I need a lot of things to do that.
I appreciate your efforts to support the
Don't think it's a
research
priority
team,
either.
I've already put the new recruits to work in the lab.
I think it is plausible that September I have full globe coverage and the alien base assault though. My plan is after computers to grab Seeker, Autopsy, probably do a couple of other autopsies now that I have vital point targeting coming online. And then set up captures, gene mods, Psi. And then we could do a base assault after all that. He's sleeping in the bushes! I have also been playing UFO Defense for like 30 years. Well, the XCOM franchise, starting with UFO Defense. Terror mission setup, presumably? Only capture with all the engineers dead? It's a fine question.
Aircraft transfer complete.
Oh, shit. Covert ops. Intel scan.
Intel scan complete. Exalt cell location confirmed.
We might lose Canada this month. Oh, there's 2 Exalt cells. Okay. We went from 0 July 26th or whatever to 2 on August 2nd. Longer one, the one with the promotion that more quickly levels up lower level soldiers. Both of them have that. I think we go France because there's more panic here. Raranok is somehow not wounded?
What could they be after?
Seems impossible, I don't know.
Covert operative deployed to disrupt Exalt cell in France.
Shop rebate of 7 alloys is nice. Okay, we have 2 lascans there, 2 lascans here. Use one here. Do I want to equip it somewhere else? Maybe we equip it here and then transfer over. Two scientists for 20 meld. If you think about the fact that I haven't built a lab, and a lab is currently worth like 8 scientists, and a lab costs me 50 meld to build. This isn't actually a good exchange rate. It's defense in Canada, which is surprisingly relevant. Okay, I guess we do it. Defense in Canada. Also, I think I was going to do it anyway.
Your efforts to support the
Actually,
research team,
a
Commander.
lab is worth 10
I've already
scientists
put
right
the
now.
new recruits to work in the lab.
But like, eventually I will build a lab. Eventually the base will be full. And specialists are uncapped. They can keep on going up forever, so. It doesn't reduce panic to take that, but it does increase defense. Improved avionics is complete. That gives me, I think, plus 10% aim in all of my intercepts. Alien computers are researched. We've had the opportunity to study these devices in a limited fashion. As we discovered, they do contain some form of encrypted alien data. However, they are also completely reliant on an internal power supply, which, when depleted, renders the device inaccessible. The only means we've found to gather information from this equipment is by routing its internal power system through a crudely assembled interface that bypasses any built-in shutdown sequences. However, the alien data itself presented an even greater obstacle, as we're dealing with a programming language that is unlike anything found in our own systems. Fortunately, the research team is quite capable, and we quickly assembled a small group of our best analysts for the task. We've already begun to establish patterns in the alien encryption algorithm, revealing small bits of information that can be integrated into our research. We've also achieved a far greater understanding of how alien materials are incorporated into their hardware. We build a satellite nexus. Satellite nexus is a lot like a satellite uplink, except it gives you +1 satellite capacity compared to the uplink. Seeker autopsy now? I think like just doing the autopsies now in general is pretty good. Once you have vital point targeting on soldiers, doing the autopsies becomes very reasonable. I think Seekers first.
Despite its physical appearance, this machine doesn't seem to be made up of any organic components. Its surface has an unusual metallic composition that somehow interacts with the vapors it releases for concealment.
In order to actually build this, I need 300 bucks. It's not cheap in other ways either. If I built it, I wonder how long it would take. I think I want to start stockpiling berserkers immediately. I don't need these thin men, but a council request can happen, so holding onto them is probably sensible. My anti-preference to research the UFO analyses. I did research Destroyer.
The engineering team is doing some tests.
I don't really know what there is to say.
Disruptive. I'm going to alert the staff as a precaution.
58 Illyrium is kind of a lot of Illyrium. But there isn't anything I really want to get rid of more. It's 21 days, so I don't have to start it until like the 10th. I don't think it's very normal to do the UFO things before you have like core text done for winning the game. I don't know. Chemical grenade manufacturing is complete.
Contact detected.
And they're going after Canada again. So I don't actually know how the math works here. Let's take a brief look at it. Because now I have enhanced avionics, which changes things. Enhanced avionics true, wingtip sparrowhawks false. Sequential interceptions don't care. I have a laser cannon at 1 kill and a laser cannon at 0 kills. Let's look at the laser cannons against a fighter first. You're surprised I don't want plus 20% alloy and delirium gain. Well, that isn't what it gives you. One of the things you might not be considering is that dealing more damage to UFOs destroys them more often. Kind of like the look of the green one. Green is balanced. Yeah, balanced kills almost as often as aggressive here. I also want to check stingrays. Stingrays, less good. I was going to say average XCOM experience, but not average UFO. Why is my average XCOM HP in kill and my average UFO HP is in death? Weird. I guess because if you kill, the average UFO HP is always 0. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so I guess we send a laser cannon unbalanced. Can be avoided with some intent. What can be avoided with intent? You can't avoid, it's, what? How? You can't stop the UFOs from getting destroyed. It's a die roll.
We're in pursuit.
Based on your overkill.
Nearing strike range.
Contact lost.
The thing I am doing to avoid that with intent is not researching a thing which makes each of my shots deal more damage.
Enemy is padlocked.
Oh yeah. Put you in timeout. Bring over maybe Wreath Hegland. 20% alloys and Illyrium on all scouts and raidlanders is substantial? Not really. It's fairly minimal. Okay, there's a crashed fighter. Last time I did this, it was 3 sectoids and an outsider. So probably we'll survive the mission. We are in August, though. Who knows what will happen? Could send Arados. Feels like overkill. But also getting Arados to in the zone, kind of hot. But also feels like overkill. I said that I wanted another assault. It's still true. I don't actually need another assault though. This is a good stat line for other classes. I think I go another assault. Just have another Exalt soldier. Bring this soldier now then. The crash scout before I got serious wound timers. Well, you know, happens. I'm going to give Pokemon Nerd a soldier. Does the Albion not have a soldier yet? Uh-oh. There's my chem grenade. Fancy. Engineer, assault, sniper, scout, gunner. A rocketeer of some sort. Shouldn't have to be high level though. Kind of just want to have a shredder rocket on the mission. And 2 more soldiers? So many soldiers. Probably 2 rookies. Go Merdeka, Rahon, and Christian Henderson. Henriksen. To be super clear, Rainbow Monk, the reason I'm doing it isn't just like vibes, is that I think it's bad. So, to be super clear. Forest. Heavy vegetation. And me thinking it is bad is also not just vibes, it is like me having done a tremendous amount of work.
The drop site for this operation will be in Canada.
Operation
Our target went down in the
Rotting
area,
Serpent.
but we have to secure the site before the aliens recover any survivors.
Just a second to actually look at this. Loud and clear big sky. Of course, I don't like trust the sheet not to be bugged. So this is a laser cannon. As you get further in the game, you have more pilot kills. I'm going to say like research 200. We're going to say a scout. We have done UFO analysis. That is destroying like 40+% of the scouts. There's variance for sure, but it's in the 40% kills destroyed range. Hey Charlie. If you turn this off, now it's at 50%. The game's so silly. I think the reason for that is at this exact breakpoint, it's taking one more shot to kill it, so we're actually overkilling by more. That's so funny. Comes down to like specific breakpoints against different UFOs. Well argued, Sir JORBS. Thank you.
Approaching target now.
Roger, Dodger.
Enchunda. De acuerdo. Affirmative.
How much extra damage does it give you? 10% or 20%?
Affirmative. Moving out.
On the move.
Where's the bad guys? 10%? So it should destroy 10% more UFOs, like on aggregate, yeah.
Let's have a peek.
So you are gaining 20% alloys and delirium, and then losing 10% alloys, delirium, soldier experience, power sources, computers, corpses, capture attempts. And I don't think that half of the value of the mission is the alloys and delirium, and I don't think it's like close.
A la orden, comandante.
Heading to that location.
Roger that.
That's affirmative.
Is the outsider the only unit? Probably not. We did already hear other enemies.
Roger, will call.
Will I ever return to XCOM 2? No, as of this exact moment, I am announcing that I will never play specifically XCOM 2 again.
Je vois l'œil, commandant. I'm Overwatch.
I feel, Commander.
Have eyes on the target.
Overwatch, aye, aye.
I just play games that I want to play whenever I want to play them.
I'm on the move.
Will I ever return to Chimera Squad? Almost certainly not. The game's kind of terrible. Gosh, I can't believe they released the You Get to Be the Cops XCOM, like, during the Black Lives Matters protests.
Aye, aye, commander.
What? Oh no. what a real thing that happened.
Downward. Okay.
In motion.
Moving out. Affirmative. Covering now.
Recibido. On Overwatch. Estoy vigilando.
We have eyes on the target.
I have enemy contacts.
Negative damage.
Damn it.
Missed.
I don't believe there being 4 enemies tells me whether or not there are. Okay, let me see if I understand this right. So on a fighter mission, The crew is 3 to 9 aliens, not counting the outsider. And it wants to make 2 pods. But it will make 3 pods half the time. Or 100% for small pods. I guess small pods happen early in the game. I don't even know what that means. Pod size. Pods have a number of aliens which are directly dependent upon current alien research. So we're at 3 to 6 aliens per pod now. So this could either be 4, or it could be 7, 8, or 9. Those are the chances of number of aliens. Does that mean it's more likely that there are 2 pods? Because... where's my spreadsheet? This is the spreadsheet where I do Bayesian probability wrong. I did it wrong last time, but we don't need to talk about that. Okay, so there can be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 enemies. And they're in up to 2 pods of 3 to 6 each. So the possible combinations to start. Oh, there are like lots of combinations. This is always a pod of 3. This is always a pod of 4. This is always a pod of 5. This is either a pod of 6 or 3 into 3. This is a 3 into 4 or a 2 into 5. No, we can't have 2. This is a 3 or a 4. 3 and a 4, rather. This is a 4 and a 4 or a 3 and a 5. This is a 4 and a 5. So seeing a pod of 4 still keeps all possibility of 7, 8, or 9 aliens being on the map. But removes all possibility of 3, 5, or 6 aliens being on the map. Given that you see a pod of 4, you are more likely to have 7, 8, or 9? That doesn't seem like it could be true. Well, it kills this combination of 8s. Oh, this can also be 3 and 6. Cool. Yes, true. Last one can't have 3 3s. Not at this point, no. Earlier it could have, but not at this point. Wait, it can. No, you're right. Half the time it can have 3 3s. So actually seeing a pod removes 50% of the chance of 7, 8, or 9. But it also removes all the chance of 3, 5, and 6. Exciting. Throw the rocket directly through the trees. It's kind of incredible. I'm into it. Show me what you got, Asif. Pod combinations with different sizes may be more likely than ones with identical sizes. Maybe. Don't know how it works.
Closing on target.
Affirmative.
You're welcome, pleased dad. Oh, it says XCOM please dad. Okay, I've finished reading your name now. I have some regrets about how I read it the first time.
Got it covered.
You enjoyed Chimera Squad, and you've seen way more fools upset that humans and aliens are working together than mad that you played as the cops. Yeah, this is definitely one of the channels where, like, you don't release a game where you play as the cops after the entire country starts rioting because they murdered someone and then weren't punished for it. I don't know. Didn't we already... I guess we've gone backwards again, so we have to have this conversation from scratch or something. Shoot here. Nice.
Moving.
But was the gameplay good? Also no. Couldn't have told you. Was that a Cyberdisc sound after I killed them? Well, there's definitely another pod. And we heard it on the UFO. It wasn't a Cyberdisc sound, it was a Thin Man call, I think. People refrain from releasing media every time the US did something fucked up. There would be no media. Well, not against the parts of the US that regularly do things fucked up. Or about, or whatever. But yeah, okay. Anyway, cool. Good talk. Back to this XCOM mission that I'm playing.
Okay. I'm on it, sir. Affirmative.
It is my fault. I am the one who, like, brings this up pretty commonly. But also, I don't know, maybe we have to?
Eyes on the target.
Reloaded.
This isn't a show where you get, like, the professionalism of a professional sports commentator or something. I am here to have opinions about things which are, like, okay to do and not okay to do. Did you miss the chance to say ACAP in chat? A little bit. Gotta get on that.
Sir, contact!
Don't miss. Didn't miss. Nice. You've been cheering every time we blow up a cop car. Nice.
Aye, aye, Commander. On the move.
You applaud Chimera Squad and failed every mission as praxis. That's literally what praxis means, so well done.
Kill confirmed.
Prax this.
Moving there now, sir. That's affirmative. Taken care of.
Approaching target now.
Everybody has like infinite health and Thin Men don't deal any damage, so should be fine. I take a wound, I take a wound. The chem grenade's not going to do much here, unfortunately. Are you going to get the flank? Okay. No. Just trying to get the mission done before the meld expires.
That's it. I'm out.
Another day, another success.
What are my opinions on the most recent sporting event? I am watching the last 4 games of the Champions League round of 16, and I've been enjoying it. Wait, it's round of 8, right? Well, there are 16 teams, but 8 fixtures. I don't know if they call that round of 16 or round of 8. Probably round of 16.
I'm continually impressed by the efforts of our troops, Commander. Recovering this meld substance is crucial to our scientific pursuits.
Is 100% to hit really guaranteed? Unless the physics engine fails to hit the enemy, which can happen. It has happened to me. Has it happened to me in XCOM 1 or was it XCOM 2? Interesting. I'm pretty sure it's happened to me in this game. Maybe just build the satellite nexus now because I need to build it at some point anyway. And I have to build the thermo generator. So much stuff to build. I could build another fission generator in the meanwhile. I want to go lab, workshop at the end of the month. But also I need to build another 3 satellites. I could also build 4 if I wanted. I thought these cost 138 last time I built them. Must be misremembering. Alright, so $420. How? Sell another power source. And I got a decent chunk of Illyrium there. Almost time to start saving Illyrium, for sure. Don't need Thin Man corpses in particular. I really feel like I have more floater corpses than I need. Sell like 20 of these.
Let's just hope we can keep the people in
And
those
melt?
cities calm. The last thing we need is outright chaos.
Let's make 2 building. Build 1 more later. I do want the continent bonus sooner rather than later because I want to start building the workshops and labs sooner rather than later. So this is a spot where getting it 10 days earlier is actually better than not. The floaters are for one-time interceptor aim boosts, yeah. The money symbol in XCOM is the simoleon's symbol. Is it actually? Or does it just look like it is? I'm not doing this. At this point, like, 60 engineers is plenty for right now. And we have so many countries that we're going to get passive engineering come. And that was just not a good deal. That was 25 alloys, which is way too much. We have a fighter bombing Canada. Send this unbalanced.
We have eyes on the bandit. Approaching target now.
Okay, nice. First tracking module use of the campaign. Let's build a new tracking module. Did I ever visit the XCOM Longmore Discord? No? No, no. Mostly just no. So this is another downed fighter, so it should be another pretty easy mission. Some sort of infantry, some sort of rocketeer. Oh no, Canaxa is going on a mission. Some sort of engineer. I think I will level up a medic a bit. And let's bring another rookie. Well, look who's the only available rocketeer. Tell me about it. Also, before I do this, let's fix the hangar, yeah? Most of the UFOs will be going to Canada still, since it's the highest panic country they are next to. So they're going to prioritize it with stuff like bombing runs. Sessions. Sleep well. I will try not to still be here when you wake up, but no promises. Next, I have +7 rookies. A medic's kind of like a rookie. I wish sawn-off shotguns didn't give you -1 mobility. They would be so incredibly usable if they didn't give you -1 mobility. But they do, so it's like, eh. I don't know, when am I ever going to take that on a mission? Remember when I had an engineer with battle scanners? Oh no. Yeah, medics can pop off pretty hard. It's possible. Just requires the stars to align a little bit.
Touching down.
The drop site for this operation will be in Canada. The alien craft went down in flames. We've pinpointed its final resting place in a rural area with no significant civilian population. We need to secure that craft and eliminate any survivors.
Alright, let's come back to this again. This is interesting to me. So this can also be 4 and then 3, yeah? Whereas this would always be 3 and 3, but there are 2 ways for it to be 3 and 3. Is that true? We could find either of them first. So I don't think it matters that there are 2 orders. Yeah, we can think about this as the left pod is the one we find first. And that way, it doesn't matter which order they're all in. Wait, it does. Oh shit, it does. Okay. Four, 4, so 3, 3, 3, 3. 44443553 4554 3663 333 333 and 333. So, and all of these are equally likely overall. So all of them are 1 in 7 chance. Which means then that like each of these, for example, is ooh, I don't know how this works though. Is it really, are there really, if you have 9, are you really going to end up at 333 3/7 of the time? That feels wrong. This is too hard. Some of it I actually don't know how it generates, even. But if you look at this, if I find a pot of 4, like these are all still possible, whereas these are all not. But then all of these stop being possible. I think what I get is it's 50-50. It can happen or it can't. 333 is 1 and the other pairs are 2 each.
Central, this is Big Sky. Strike 1 is ready to secure the craft.
Are you sure?
Copy, Big Sky. Strike 1 is clear to attempt the breach.
It's definitely more complicated than that. It's 1,000,000% more complicated than that. There's actually math involved in how many pods there can be. Like, you can only even have 3 pods half of the time. That's how it is with dice. That feels like it would be more useful if these were dice. Doesn't it?
Running.
If I may.
Got it. Moving.
Affirmative. Moving out.
10-4. Roger that.
Let's do this. J'y vais tout de suite.
We have some mutons on the map. XCOM's like a dice game if you think about it. As long as you think about it, but not that hard.
10-4.
If you think about it exactly enough to think that it's a dice game.
J'y vais.
Affirmative.
Should get a ping to a pod now?
Affirmative. Covering now.
Dead ahead. I feel like that's the UFO. It is the UFO.
Solid copy. On the move.
Got it. Moving.
Rolling out. Let's do this.
Roger Dodger. Allez, j'y vais.
Feels like a very large map with 3 to 9 aliens to be distributed on. I think broadly true. Contributes to it being a fairly easy mission. Well, like contributes to it having a lot of walking.
Scanners online.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once we see a pod of 5, the only way there can possibly be a second pod is if there's also a pod of 5. Does that even mean anything? Fucking hell. I have to do this math at some point, because I do actually want to know. Oh, actually, it's a pot of 6. Wait, no, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pot of 6. There was one floater here. Why are groups of aliens called pods? Like just a decision made when the people who were developing the game were developing the game?
Heading there now.
Getting it done.
I don't know why they picked that name for them.
Moving to position.
Moving.
If it's a pod of 6, most of the time it's the only pod, but sometimes there are 9 enemies. Most of the time it's the only pod. I don't know. I don't know. It might be that if it rolls that it's meant to put 6 enemies on the map, it starts making pods. And so it might make a pod of 4 enemies first, for example, which is a thing it's allowed to do, and then it tries to make another pod and can't because it's not allowed to make a pod of 2 enemies. In which case you actually get 4 enemies, even though it rolled that you should have 6 enemies. Which then means that like it's less likely to have 6 enemies at all, because a lot of the times when you try to put pods for 6 enemies down, you end up failing to put 6 enemies down. Or it could be a bunch of other things. I don't know. This is actually a thing where I feel like you'd have to look at the game code.
I feel
Shoot. Shoot.
And waiting. Enemy in sight. Targeted
Huh.
next time.
Maybe don't shoot then. I don't know. It was a nice attempt.
They're trying to flank us. Missed the target. They're repositioning on us.
There's a floater overwatching up there. There's one right in my face. There are 3 enemies on the ground. You should be killable if Ganexai can hit a rocket.
Going hot.
Ganexai can hit a rocket. Don't have hit and run on the mission, unfortunately. Smurf's not in cover.
X-ray neutralized. Affirmative.
Would be a good time to have the extra damage perks. Go here. Suppress that muton, kill this muton. It's all made more complicated by this floater. And this floater is kind of a pain too. You can come here and get a kill.
He's down.
This doesn't look like it pulls Overwatch. Good. Very good. So now you're free to shoot at this floater. Oh damn. Makes things easier. We go. Just smoke. And smoke.
Smoke's up.
And start moving toward another thing to kill. That shouldn't proc an Overwatch because I don't think I'll be visible here. I don't trust it. Who do I trust? Just go here. Just go here. How's it going, wireframe wife? Seems like some missions would go smoother if Overwatch shots hit. I tend to agree. Okay, now, my engineer, who is, I will note, extremely still alive. I'm going to clear this cover for me.
Headed there now. That's affirmative.
Yes. Another promotion. Might as well shoot. Ugh.
Position confirmed.
Okay. Now there's some chance that there's a pot of 3, but I don't know what it is. Frostpunk 2 stopped working for you and you had to cancel your stream, but you're recovering emotionally. Slowly?
Double time.
Small steps.
I'm on it, Commander. Ready to engage.
Are floaters autopsied? No. Yes. Yes. No. No. Yes. No. 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 Not yet. I need to do some more prereq techs before I can.
Good to go.
2 meld cans. The simplest way to get them both would be to walk at the outsider and kill it. Do I not have suppression this turn? I vaguely remember that it was all the way over there, too. Okay, now I see it. I suppose I was just saying that it's possible for there to be another pod. I don't think there's another pod. I'm just gonna put my chips on the table.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Let's go kill this outsider.
Rolling out. Allez, j'y vais.
yellow bait beckons. Hell yeah.
Let's do this.
Moving out. Here they come.
If I don't like the pull, I can reset it. I think that pull's okay. I don't have run and gun, and I don't have hit and run. Surely this works somehow. There's actually so many people who cannot flank it. The only person who can flank it is my medic.
I'm on it, Commander.
Medic! Ooh. Okay, I lied. My scout can also flank it. So, I have the kill here. Wouldn't mind shooting it with my rookie, just in case. I think we can go scout experience. I think that's fine.
Operational objectives completed.
Operation Bleeding Thorn is done. You lost 2 hours of progress to a Frostpunk 2 crash and never recovered.
Please express my gratitude to our troops, Commander. In recovering additional meld from the field, they've provided a means for us to expand our development programs.
60 aim scout sniper. I do at some point want like at least one mech. And mechs do reset their aim when you mech them. Are we at 13 meld per can, or was that 3 cans? That was 3 cans, I think. Or did I get a bunch of melds from corpses? Like I hit them all with rockets. Pretty cool. I did want another satellite. And we're vibing.
Aircraft transfer complete.
Seeker autopsy complete. Although each of the autopsies we've conducted on the various alien species could be considered unusual, this latest specimen continues to push the boundaries of how we might define that characteristic. It's been referred to as a seeker by our soldiers in the field due to its propensity for tracking and engaging with single targets, and its actual means of attack is quite shocking. Once it has located a target, the seeker physically seizes the victim and remains attached until it is either removed by force or the target expires. As one might imagine, this is an extraordinarily disturbing situation for both the victim and anyone witnessing the attack. The challenge in stopping the Seeker comes from its inherent agility and nimbleness, making it extremely difficult to intercept before it manages to reach its intended target. We believe the micromotors employed in its design are responsible for this notable degree of mobility. The Seeker has also been observed deploying a type of defensive smoke screen, making it even more troublesome to engage during the limited window of opportunity when it is immobile. Sorry, what? 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 Excuse me? It is my hope that we can adapt these various concealment techniques into a form that allows our soldiers greater stealth capabilities in combat, which should reduce casualties. It may also be possible to use what we've learned to develop weapon systems and equipment that mirror some of these techniques. Our unit analysis view, available in the field, should provide additional specifics regarding the species' various combat abilities. We can take a respirator implant, which makes it so it will transmit a bleed-out timer data to Central. Incredible. It makes them not get choked by Seekers, basically, which I'm not sure is even good. Like, you want the Seekers to choke your soldiers. We also get UFO countermeasures. This is a very big avionics project. It reduces the hit chance of the UFOs. So basically, we are aim stacking ourselves while reducing their aim as much as possible. And this makes the ratio of damage that we deal to damage they deal much better. Respirator used to force bleed out instead of death. I think it probably still does. I don't know. Like, they don't say what they do very well. So, now, we can do more autopsies. Muton autopsy in particular, nice to have an extra 2 damage against them without vital point targeting soldiers. We can do xenogenetics, which takes us toward floater attack, yeah? I think we might need xenogenetics, alien biocybernetics, and then floater autopsy. Or we can do xenoneurology and get captures going. But I can't actually do that until I have my thermogenerator done anyway. So this doesn't happen yet. I think probably muton autopsy is a big deal for vital point targeting, and then we kind of go from there.
This is the most physically aggressive specimen we've discovered so far, which the troops fondly refer to as the muton. I can only assume there's a colorful backstory for such a designation.
Good old Valen. Look at my soldiers. Look at this aim. Off the charts.
Aircraft transfer
Oh,
complete.
did I want to actually do something with that research? At some point I want this. Just need the money. Maybe after the data recovery would be good. Another interceptor in Asia, probably. Longmore Wiki says nothing about Seeker smokescreens and doesn't have a perk list like that listed for Seekers. Yeah? Yeah, I don't think it's real. New requests for Argentina. The council requests are getting worse. I don't know if I can even do that.
Contact detected.
Canada. This is Terra mission, yeah? Toronto. Shall we just let them have it? Probably we fight. I did math wrong with the UFOs destroyed, so it won't make you get 10% destructions and that will get you 10% more destructions. So it's more like 4 or 5% product. Yeah. Still don't think it's worth doing them. not early when you're doing other useful techs. Toronto does have the worst airport in the world. I haven't flown through it. That is not a strong suggestion that I change that, though. I think we said Arados on this one. Could have had in the zone. I didn't. A Rocketeer for the day will be Cryon JB, who is at 86 aim or something. Should be pretty reliable rockets. I have a covert op very soon. I would definitely still like at least one assault on the mission, though. Let's bring Yorbs. It's resilience. And I'm actually gonna go Alien Trophy, I think. A big part of this soldier is beating up berserkers. Scout, sniper, infantry, rocketeer, gunner, an engineer of some sort. Chem grenades, also pretty good against berserkers. Another squad site soldier would be nice. Just bring a low-level sniper. I have a lower back injury because of Charles de Gaulle. I feel like I have friendships based on both of us having had bad experiences in that airport. So maybe it's a good thing, actually. Rectify does not have heat ammo. First time you ever see that thing equipped. Oh, the Alien Trophy. It's like specifically good against berserkers. And not that much else. This is Terror Mission number 7. Still nothing special, but Terror Mission number 9 is...
Strike 1. Prepare for landing.
The drop site for this operation will be in Canada. We've had a stream of reports indicating the aliens are engaging civilian targets in an urban area. We've been asked to intervene as soon
There are
as
mods which
possible.
make equipping your soldiers less tedious. There are. I tend to change up my equipment loadouts pretty regularly though, so... Also, I just don't find it tedious. I find it kind of relaxing.
Central, this is Big Sky. Confirm signal uplink. Strike team is in position near the terror site. Awaiting confirmation.
Solid copy, Big Sky. Strike 1 has been given the green light. Your highest priority is to protect those civilians.
I'm on the move.
Should have moved so that I could throw the battle scanner better. Oh my god, that's terrible. Well... Too bad.
I'm on it, Commander. Yes, sir.
Look, I'm just gonna walk into them next turn and we'll start fighting. That's fine.
I'm on it, Commander.
Is the smoke screen thing real or just in the autopsy report? Seekers cannot do that. I am not sure why it's in the autopsy report. Maybe it was a thing in vanilla, maybe it was a thing someone was considering at some point and then they forgot to take it out after writing that they could do it. Don't know. Is this a terror mission? It is.
I don't think we're alone out here.
Moving out.
Heading out. I've got a visual. They got me flanked.
That's vaguely interesting.
Okay. On my way.
Exactly what I say that I do here. Man, it's an aggressive dash. Okay. If we do this, it actually looks kind of safe. Especially with these. They're blocking line of sight. The problem is... this civilian's in the way. So I could kill the civilian with a rocket. If I kill the civilian with a rocket, though, pretty good chance the car is on fire. I'll say the Muton was responsible. Thanks. Thanks for having my back. Arados is here, and I would expect Arados to be able to shoot that Muton in heavy cover. I was wrong. Alright. The car's on fire, but I don't believe it blows up during the next turn. I think we have 2 turns. I might be wrong. How much damage do you think it deals? Maybe we just run again to here. Probably fine. Targeting has abandoned me.
He's down. Heading there now.
Interesting spot. I think we do this. Got an alien trophy, nerd.
They're moving to flank me. He's down.
Guess I can take the shots. Actually, I could my explosive grenade and maybe just kill it.
Incoming.
Civilian deceased probably deserved it. I am, in theory, trying to not kill the civilians in order to make it so Canada doesn't leave at the end of the month. So that's a thing to think about. Although obviously not mandatory. I should have been listening. That's definitely Mechadoid Stompy Feet. Glad I didn't stand next to that. I just kind of refuse to believe this shot is blocked. There's got to be a way through. Come on. see. Alright, don't have heat ammo.
Rolling.
Alright, you've seen zero evidence of me trying to avoid killing civilians. Well, it is what it is. Oh boy. That was a big number.
Moving. Dead and gone.
Moving. And gone. Heading to that location.
Got it covered. She's ready.
Rock and roll.
Ready to engage.
Okay. Pretty good pull. Where's my rocket at these days? It would have been a good pull, except it's like invisible somehow. Oh, friend. These civilians just stand in the wrong places. Arvius, thanks for the raid. Your favorite game. It's a good one. That Mectoid is very tricky to see for whatever reason. Also, the game just like stuck to one of my soldiers to do some sort of talking. Okay, 100% chance to hit. Let's disabling shot. Also 100% chance to hit. Imagine surviving a grenade only to be launched 10 feet in the air by a rocket. Imagine surviving a grenade and then thinking, oh, I'll just keep standing here. I deny all blame. I cannot be held accountable.
Okay. I'm out of firepower over here.
Got it covered.
This is not the first Mectoid. We had Mectoids on the trapped landed, yeah.
Moving. Taken care of. He's dead.
I gotta get those laser pistols going.
Heading to that location.
Do Mectoids count as robot enemies for heat ammo? They do. They are robot and bio enemies. So everything works against them.
Starting to lose ground. Get me the hell out of here.
Sure. hit.
Copy that. See you in hell.
When does a sniper or a scout get to reload exactly?
I'm on the move.
We just not do that anymore?
Battle scanners up.
9 kills so far, and I've found 2 more pods. One's another mechtoid. That should be it for all the enemies on the map, so that should stop civilians from dying between turns now.
Okay. We're green to go.
On my way. Back in. I'm on it, Commander. Back in.
Hey, our game upgrades are pretty sweet.
Aye, aye, Commander. Reloaded.
Right on, Commander.
7 deaths, pretty good for a terror mission.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Only okay.
Okay.
We're in a situation where Canada's pretty close to max panic, so
Oh yeah.
I think this might just put it to max panic.
Moving out.
I'm on the move. Roger that. I scanning, Commander.
Moving.
Regardless of how well I do. I don't know though, we have some defense as well. If you're an alien, you would be an elephant. Cool. That's not only cool, but also relatable. I would also be an elephant. I don't really want to hit the other pod, so let's put it like here. Well measured. I just kill it now? It's not camped. Could run up and cam it. Yeah, let's do that. So we want to disabling shot first.
Pinning down hostile.
And we want to walk up and chem grenade. That strips all its DR. And then it should just kind of die.
Heading to that location.
Was that on Overwatch? Is that why I disabled it if I'm going to kill it this turn? Yes, it is on Overwatch.
Will do. He's down.
And then there's one sectoid behind it. Should be able to see it from here, hopefully. And kill it. Ranger? It's a bit much to kill with a ranger shot, yeah.
Got him.
Also, that was a dash, I guess.
We're green to go.
Okay, that pod is dead.
Heading out.
Good to kill pods the turn they are activated because it stops them from killing more aliens. Not aliens. Civilians.
Roger. Tracking.
My loyalties are becoming evident.
I'm on the move.
Okay.
Running.
Trying to get a little bit closer to this last pod now. Getting shot doesn't remove Overwatch in Long War 1. Correct. That was added
Good to go.
to XCOM and XCOM 2.
Heading there now. Locked and loaded.
Not a change I like very much.
I'm on it, Commander.
I think damage is already too strong in XCOM 1, and then it got even stronger in XCOM 2 in a few different ways. Oh, that is certainly a place I'd want. Huh.
Moving.
Maybe I just chem grenade it? I'm sympathetic toward the just chem grenaded play.
Righto, Commander. Position confirmed. He's down.
Doesn't stop it from doing stuff, but it makes it less e-ball. It's like a debuff. It debuffs it. Don't have to overthink it. I guess it could kill a civilian, maybe.
Copy, Commander.
Should be able to kill it next turn.
On my way.
Should be able to Hangar.
Stepping off.
Kill the sectoid next turn as well, hopefully. That can happen, I guess. Honestly, it didn't really occur to me that that could happen. Do I have resilience yet? I do have resilience, so I don't think that killed me. Well, I know it didn't kill me, but I don't think it would have killed me if it hit either.
Kill confirmed.
Okay. Terror and Shine. Ah, it isn't done. I don't need to give more kills to Arados, I don't think. Alright, good.
On the move.
All mission objectives completed.
Literally never punished, haven't had a single soldier die this campaign. As a Canadian at Max Panic, you make no promises.
But the troops
Fair.
really pulled through on this one.
Arados has hit Master Sergeant and only has 3 days fatigue. That's pretty nice. At Master Sergeant, we choose between Double Tap, which lets us shoot twice in a turn. Mayhem, which lets us shoot for 2 more damage, right? Is that correct? No, 4 more damage. Relevant. Actually pretty good. Or In the Zone, which lets us shoot infinity times per turn. So we're going to click the one that says infinity. In the Zone's like fine. It's good. I'll level up the other ones later.
Remember, we will be.
Did we finally hit Max Panic in Canada? Not quite. I think that's actually still low enough that it won't leave. I think 95 is the first time it starts leaving, and that's like 93 or something. Also, we should be able to shoot down another UFO or 2 over Canada, which will reduce panic, I believe. Oh, I could sell stuff or something. I said I wanted the laser pistols. They feel so inconsequential, is the thing. I did say I wanted them. I don't need Mechnoid cores yet. Don't need this many Seeker Wrecks, I don't think. Do I? I kind of do. What does a laser pistol even cost? That'd be kind of cheap. I need at least 3. Don't remember how much it was. Very nice. Ghostnade Bam. Not totally unreasonable, but also not how I'm playing the game. This is an extract.
We are confident that you will handle this matter with discretion.
Anybody particularly interested in 20 experience? You. These have been, like, reliably interesting all campaigns somehow. Also wouldn't be terrible to have a laser shotgun. I have been bringing a shotgun on an awful lot of missions. The thing is I don't shoot it very often, that's why I haven't bothered, like, upgrading it. Maybe I would shoot it more often if I had a laser. Covert extraction's 100 credits? It's 150.
We have visual on the mission site.
Our latest sweep
When I
indicates
put
an
a
Exalt
shotgun on an
cell
engineer, I
operating
don't
within
think the
France.
engineer shoots it that
Once
often.
Strike One is in position to provide an escort, our operative can complete the operation.
I should have checked whether I could upgrade my officer for the mission. Matters a bit more for the ones who could get to field commander than
Our
it does
field
for the
operative
others.
was detected by Exalt forces while in the process of mining some valuable intel from their comm relays. Strike One will need to protect the operative while they finish decrypting the Exalt data from the other relays. If the operative goes down, we'll lose any chance of recovering that intel. New objective received.
Pretty sure I had this exact layout last time. Was that even, like, my last covert extract? No. I think it was, like, my second to last covert extract, though.
Will do. Enemy spotted.
Hello.
Operative is near one of the Exalt comm relays, Commander. We just need to activate it to acquire the residual data.
Hi.
That's a Here they come. Need to find some new cover. Solid copy. Hostile spotted.
Well, this is fun.
On the move.
I could use a frag grenade. I want to shoot people I can actually kill. You Yes, 50% crit chance. Good kill.
Going in for the kill. Running. He's down.
Easy kill.
That comm relay is down, Commander. Our operative hacked the system and decrypted some of their data, while also disrupting Exalt's communications. We should continue looking for any other relays nearby.
Oh my god, let me click on this tile. Hey!
Got it covered.
Thank you. If an enemy stands right outside the door, maybe all my soldiers die. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Cool. Thank you. Very nice. Not having collateral damage kind of changes the game.
Headed there now.
We've hacked all the comm relays in this area, Commander. The data is fully decrypted. We need to move the operative to the evac point for extraction.
They did throw a high explosive grenade for me, that's true. My bad for not picking up on that. Bit slow on the uptake there. Alright. The gang is getting ready to evac, I guess.
Position confirmed.
Did I choose the only one with low profile to try to kill? I did.
Nailed.
Doesn't even matter. The other ones maybe have tactical sense.
I'm on the move. Solid copy. Damn it, missed the target. Okay. Moving to Overwatch.
We're out next turn. I don't know if it's safe to wait 5 days to scan again or not. That might be a kill.
X-ray on the move. They're flanking us.
Good copy. Moving on target.
That's affirmative. Orders confirmed. Moving out. Let's do this. I'm rolling.
Okay, we're
Commander,
gone.
Our operative and the intel are both secure. You can either have Strike 1 remain in the area to eliminate any
Bradford.
other hostile units,
Bradford.
or get them back to the evac
Quiet.
zone.
Bradford.
Objectives updated.
Quiet! Oh, that's not my soldier who can shoot. I apologize, Bradford. It wasn't your fault. Extract. When Pavonis designed the mission, was the intent to play it this way? Probably?
Another successful mission. Excellent work, Commander.
150
Intel
bucks.
decryption completed. Recalculating possible Exalt facility locations.
And get this started yet. I guess I can just go another fission generator and it's enough, yeah? I think so. Ooh, except for the alien capture facility. Curious. Maybe I do need the thermo. Alright, how do I get enough money for a thermo? It's only like 240 yen. 245. Need 135 bucks. Could do the sectoid council request. Oh, wait. Command isn't a base game ability, so Pavonis didn't make the base game. They made the mod Long War.
Contact detected.
It's our first ever mission over Brazil. Against a scout. I assume defensive laser cannon's fine.
Bangs out. Closing on target.
Cool. We are now winning the art game, I think. That was the only terror mission for the month. And there's only one research mission as well. We're gonna be light on missions here. I think I want to scan for Exalt. Whenever... You know, I could just send T-pairs. Right. We go Exalt scan after mission. Just say like August 9. Do I send assaults on these missions so I can run gun hack places? Oh, on the Exalt missions. Yes. Also, they have good, like, mobility and health progression, in theory. This is my first time doing the Gunnery Sergeant Scout upgrade, is that true? Tactical sense is fake. Bring him on's a lot of damage, sprinters fast. I think I already clicked on bring him on Thomas, actually. My second time doing it. I select the same thing as last time. Enemy Within was a free expansion pack? Is that real? No way. That does not seem like a successful way to run a company. $30 DLC? That sounds a lot more reasonable. Just a scout mission. Nothing too fancy. One Rocketeer. We are out of Rocketeers. Two rookies, and I'm out of rookies as well. Maybe only one rookie, since I literally don't have any more. And bring the low-level engineer I want to level up. Still recovering from facial plasma burns. Hey, keep it up. Enemy Within, maybe your favorite DLC ever. Oh.
Brazilian authorities have requested our help.
Ooh.
So that's where we're going next.
It's my first trip to the barn.
The UFO came down in a sparsely populated area away from any major population centers. We can secure the site with limited danger to the civilians in the area.
Lone Peep. Scope and acronym. Maybe?
Come in, HQ.
Plausible.
Big Sky has reached the outer marker. Approaching the crash site now. Strike team is awaiting your orders.
Affirmative, Big Sky. Strike 1 is free to engage hostile targets at the crash site.
I think walk just straight down the center of the map here is gonna work fine.
10-4. 10-4. Time to motor.
You bloody ripper. Already there. Retreat. Affirmative, moving out.
Slamau? Aslamau? When's the fair things for 37 months? I'm posting XCOM to the YouTube. This will go on some sort of YouTube, probably. There's a weird thing going on where Twitch made it so you can only have 100 hours worth of highlights stored on Twitch. I have like 6,000, which is more than 100. So I have to work out what to do with all of them.
Let's get a better view.
And they also, in their infinite wisdom, made it so until you've worked out what you do with them, nobody can make a new highlight on your channel, which makes it substantially more difficult to, like, export a video to YouTube, for example.
Heading for that location.
So at the moment, we have to deal with that bullshit.
Yes, sir. Down.
But at some point, hopefully, uploads will resume to the VOD channel.
Eyes peeled, Commander. Scanning.
Moving to Overwatch.
Very rude of Twitch to do that. Yeah. But sensible that I should be the one who has to worry about hosting video content when I use their video hosting website. I'm definitely the person with the expertise and resources for doing that in our relationship.
In motion.
I not just downloaded and uploaded all to YouTube?
On my way.
Up stops. Already there.
I mean... No. Yes.
Headed there now.
Is the simplest way of answering that question.
Heading to that location.
Got it covered. Overwatch. Aye, aye.
Got it covered. I feel, Commander.
Neutralized.
I'll get him next time.
Twitch primarily isn't a video hosting site, though. I don't know. As I just said, I have 6,000 hours of video hosted on it, so...
Aye, aye, Commander.
Possible that they sort of are.
Catch.
Possible that their primary function is not their only function.
Nothing's moving down
Good
there.
shooties.
Ready to engage.
Roger that. Je vois l'œil, commandant.
Let's just find out where the outsider is. Ooh, that is an intact power source. I'm getting a lot of those.
I'm rolling. That's affirmative.
That is a rocketeer. Try this again.
Headed there now.
I just, like, shoot it. I'll wait.
Approaching target now.
Stepping on.
Maybe we gotta ping to more enemies.
I'm on the move.
Don't know.
Back online. Gotcha. Moving. Come get some.
Je vais vers la position. Je garde l'œil ouvert.
Copy that.
We have eyes on the target.
Oh, interesting. The battle scanner expired. Lots of big things going on here in this mission.
Suck on this now, this.
I missed.
Sector position. Rocket off course.
Look.
I'm on it, Commander.
Look.
They're shifting their attack.
That's great and all.
Closing on target. Enemy is
a shredder rocket can't blow up the power source. It doesn't deal damage to terrain.
I'm rolling.
Whoa! We got jebaited by the seeker pod.
Damn it, missed the target.
Been waiting for that to happen for a while. I should probably have known. I don't think a scout can have this few enemies. never been Phoenix Point. I got up to the part where it stopped being a good game, and then I stopped playing it.
I'm on the move.
Moving to position.
I don't trust that the Seekers aren't going to pull when I press end turn, so I'm just gonna smoke everything. The beginning. Something like that. I think it held up until you had two squads going at the same time, at which point it was just terrible.
I'm flanked! I'm flanked!
The consideration for how to make that part of the game fun didn't really work out. There's meld ticking down. Did you see the outside? You don't have a level up.
I'm rolling.
Okay. I thought I would have a better grenade than that.
Got it covered. I'm all out, damn it. In motion.
Wow.
Heading to that location. He's dead.
Nice crit.
Op stops.
MP grenade not forklift certified. Fair. Fair. Safety is important. Incorrect certification is a big part of safety. I think, maybe. I don't know. Could be. The aiming at a particular part of the enemy thing was just kind of weird. Sometimes game developers try to work out what the fun part of a game is, so that in their spiritual successor to the game, they can keep the fun stuff. I don't know why Mr. Gollop thought that pixel hunting was one of the fun parts of XCOM. Strange read on what made XCOM successful.
Not sure how long I can maintain this.
No longer negative ammo. I'm spent.
Alright, I have to find one more Seeker. Before the meld expires. Which, honestly, I probably have a long time. It's right there. Not where I thought it would be. Ow. I also didn't think it would do that. Lots of surprises.
On my way.
Huh. Somehow very hard to see. What if, now that it has no DR, we just do that and then hit it with an AP grenade? Excuse me?
Okay.
What do you mean?
Solid copy.
Is this even worth it?
Moving.
It blows up the Seeker Corpse for a rookie promotion. Do I even care? I'm
Everything
fine
by
with
the
getting a crit there. That's fine. I don't know how big a deal a rookie promotion is at this point. Not a big one. Why does cover matter so little in this game compared to Long War 2? Does cover matter in Long War 2? I haven't played Long War 2 in a while.
I've heard no
I feel like it doesn't
reports
matter
of
that
injuries
much.
on the last mission, and our troops recovered an additional quantity of the meld substance.
Probably
An
Alpha
outstanding
Striking
effort, Commander.
is even stronger in this game than it is in Long War 2. It's pretty strong in Long War 2 as well. But like if the enemies are all dead, then, you know, it doesn't really matter. How much cover you're in?
Intel scan complete. Positive ID on Exalt cell locations.
Keep everyone out of engineering for a while. They're testing some potentially dangerous new equipment down there.
Alright, Exalt scan done. We're getting a panic bar down in South Africa. Everything except Canada is doing great. Unfortunate about Canada. Feels so poor. Huh, that's probably why. Fucking wingtip sparrowhawks. This is okay. I do need the engineers. I want to get satellite XI built. Enjoyed Phoenix Point much more than XCOM 2. That's reasonable. I am not a huge fan of any of the base game XCOMs, really. Or The Chosen is probably my favorite out of the non-modded things. Oh my god, this is so long. Standing well over 2 meters tall, the ratio of this subject's lean muscle to the rest of its body is staggering. Its bones are highly durable yet very light in weight, and it seems to lack extramuscular fatty tissue of any kind. There is no part of the subject that has not been genetically engineered for combat. These mutons, a moniker given by the troops, have clearly been bred and modified from birth, with every enhancement contributing to its function as a sort of organic tank. As such, the mutons are capable of withstanding otherworldly amounts of damage and seem to have an incredible tolerance for pain. During the autopsy, we also noted a variety of ritualistic markings and unusual tattoos, which imply some sort of past tribal structure among muton species. Do they? Is that... That is... Ooh, I don't know if that's peer-reviewed. Anyway. It may be this tribal nature that has led to the mutons' use of a war cry in battle, which seems to cause a surge in adrenaline within both the subject and even nearby allies. With this in mind, it is certainly possible that we could replicate this ability through our own genetic modification program. We've also noticed a number of distinct similarities between the genetic structure of the muton and floater specimens. Although I can only guess as to the aliens' intentions, it certainly appears that the floaters may have at one time been mutons themselves. If aliens have been experimenting with the muton physiology, perhaps the floaters are a byproduct of their less successful attempts at genetic manipulation. We may be able to gain further insight into this creature's combat capabilities by targeting another example in the field in the unit analysis view. What incredible shade being thrown at floaters there. They can literally fly, and Valen's like, oh, by the way, they are the ugly brother. Okay. Still not really time for xenoneurology. I think xenogenetics is good. I could go drone autopsy. I have vital point targeting. I do benefit from being able to one-shot drones, and they kind of have health. So there are reasons to do it, I guess. Sure.
This unit appears to be a drone, which is similar to the military drones we are familiar with.
Interesting. War of the Chosen is my favorite non-button, and Long War of the Chosen is my least favorite. The Long War of the Chosen wasn't made by Pavonis.
I believe it should be possible to capture and repurpose these for our own use in the field.
I think not interesting. I think just, you know, different people making a different
New
mod.
engineers arrived this morning, Commander. We're always glad to have more help down here.
What does ammo conservation run me? 20 muton corpses, 100 weapon fragments, 50 meld, 60 alloys. Okay, it's like pretty close to doable. That's 13 muton corpses right now. Yeah, usually you are waiting to get enough muton corpses for that. Ammo conservation is a big upgrade. An extra bullet per reload for everybody. Why is there no covert op in the event log? Did I not click go? I guess I didn't click go. Weird. My bad.
Covert operative deployed to disrupt Exalt cell in South Africa.
Probably clicked like return to base or whatever instead. Hangars are good. Could in theory be slightly better, but yeah, I think overall good. The next laser cannon is... wait, is it done already? Oh.
Additional uplink required.
Yes. We can start equipping it. Okay, I'm not currently building another laser cannon, which is like mostly fine. I think there have to only be 2 abductions this month. The drones we've disassembled seem to have a singular purpose: to repair the alien technology, including its robotic counterparts. Although they act as robotic medics and lack a strong offensive weaponry, we did discover a large explosive charge is located deep within the substructure it draws on as a power source. With this and several of the alien devices, I continue to be amazed by what their creators have been able to accomplish. Dr. Shen believes it may be possible to hack these drones, allowing us to utilize them for our own purposes. Further details as to the specimen's complete combat capabilities may be available in the field, if targeted in the unit analysis view. Hollow targeter is a mechanized unit thing. We don't have any of those. Field repairs is for letting arc throwers repair robots. Again, we don't have robots. So that's all fine. Mostly what we got out of that was we deal +2 damage to drones with our soldiers with vital point targeting now. This is still a thing which is on tap whenever we want it, but I think now probably time for xenogenetics. Never played the original XCOM's, only seen me play it a few hours. The more elaborate strategic layer looks interesting. Yeah, it's very grindy and not very well balanced, and I don't know, it's fine. It was good for its time. We can just kind of leave it at that, I think. We don't take this. 2 engineers, not worth, I don't think. I want to get full satellite coverage. Maybe I build a satellite uplink first. And then I do a satellite nexus there, and then I remove this and do another satellite nexus, and then I delete those two. It's a lot of work.
Contact detected.
Oh no, it's over Australia. Rest in peace. Alright, the goal is for our interceptor to even reach the UFO before it leaves. If it does, we do probably shoot it down.
Engaging bogey. Nearing strike.
Oh, okay. That was pretty easy. Means my Asia hangar is missing a laser cannon. I guess we just send this one over. I'd do with $100. I already built pistols. What else do I need? Feels like I'm like pretty much good. Wild. What if I just have everything? I do need to stockpile money for the end of the month where I want to build 2 workshops, 1 lab, 1 gene lab, like all at once. Excavate this to help. Hey, Mayashi. Countermeasures is still a thing I haven't clicked on yet, right? $262. I do have to watch out for weapon fragments, because I am going to end up research gating myself off of Gauss weapons. Party to say thanks for everyone's hard work. I don't know. Just feels kind of pandering. The troops are here because they want to save the world. They're not here because they want me to buy them pizza. Wingtip Sparrowhawks complete. Let's go.
Aircraft transfer complete.
Your request from Nigeria is drone racks. 15 drone racks. That's a lot of drone racks. I could do this now. But I need sectoids for some reason. Oh, probably sectoid autopsy, yeah. I could build more laser pistols. Let's build 1 more laser pistol. Or maybe even 2. They're so cheap. I have an infantry, 2 snipers, 1 scout. That's 4 that are relevant. An engineer, that's 5 that are relevant. A covert operative, that's kind of 6 that are relevant. How many sectoid corpses do I need? 10. I believe.
We've got a large contact and it's coming in fast. We're going to have a difficult time keeping up with this one.
What is that?
We're in pursuit. We lost the bubble.
Is that large landed? Wait, where'd it go? I must be wrong about the month I'm playing. Apparently. That's a Terra mission flyover, is what I just saw. But the month I'm playing only has one Terra mission, which means I'm wrong about the month I'm playing. Pretty straightforwardly. But I'm not really sure how I can be wrong about the month I'm playing.
Commander, we're
Wait,
tracking
what?
several reported abductions via the hologlobe. I've got the coordinates locked in.
What are you talking about? Do I not have a satellite over Germany? Oh, I don't. I think what happened is that was their harvest mission, and I saw it with my planes in Europe. But when it landed, because I don't actually have a satellite over Germany, I didn't get the land. So I can't actually go do the mission. But I did see it happen, because I have planes in Europe, and planes have a low chance to detect UFOs. So that's what happened. Okay, makes sense. This is the first abduction of the month, which means it has to be 2 abductions. I'm gonna feel relatively confident that that's true. If there were 3 abductions, it would have had to happen by the 9th, or maybe the 10th. Perhaps, but yeah, 2 abductions. It is a light abduction mission. Still fine to get more missions on Thomas. Where did the marksman scope go? Where did it go? Game. Why was it there to begin with? What's going on? Okay, scout. So at this point, bringing Arados to a light abduction is just obscene overkill, and I'm not going to do that. Vital point targeting for Midwent. We do want soldiers to continue getting experience who are not Arados. Laser visual actually feels really important for Thomas. We are regularly running out of bullets there. A high-level engineer with battle scanners. My first time this campaign getting battle scanners on an engineer. Right? Right? Everybody agrees. Lazar through another mission. Battle scanners are back on the menu. I mean, they are on the menu for the first time. There's no way that my soldier who had it would have died. 1 rookie. Not really, like, what are you gonna do? I have so many soldiers and so many slots to bring soldiers. Guess I'll keep going double engineer until I have some leveled up engineers. A lot of why I'm bothering with more rookies right now is that I just need another 2 engineers or something. It's okay to not get them, but it would be kind of nice. Let's level up our medic. Why not? Could be good. Urban close quarters. Even if he'd been wounded, surely the cyberdisk wouldn't have run away until he bled out. Oh my god, I'm mad again. Why have you reminded me of this?
We've picked up a local broadcast indicating alien activity within a major metropolitan area. We should get down there and eliminate any hostiles.
I do kind of like the idea of having one of every soldier class on a mission. It's very neat.
Central, this is Big Sky. Strike team is touching down
Quite
now.
appealing.
Standing by for your orders.
Roger, Big Sky. Reading you 5 by 5. Strike 1 has the green light for deployment.
Your boss tells you that to reward your good performance, he's going to get you burgers and then sends you to Germany to destroy a burger place. Is this a burger place or is this a bank? This one's the burger place, yeah. Just go for it.
Roger that.
Didn't bring the laser gunner thing. Did I bring a rocketeer? What is my loadout for this mission, actually? I have an awful lot of snipers.
Moving to position.
It's like mostly fine. It shouldn't be a difficult mission. Especially after we started with a 4-drone pod.
Going for a single. See you in hell.
What is a burger place if not a meat bank? Twitch chat, what's going on with the meat stuff today?
I'm on the move. Out of the game.
Do we need to talk about this?
Okay.
Solid copy.
Aye, aye, Commander.
My cat's doing very, very small cat snores. It's very cute.
Big Brother is online.
Football? I think that's it. I think 7 enemies.
Roger that.
Sure hope that means I get the meld.
Ubicación confirmada.
Dilden! Thanks for the 44 months.
Negative damage. Aquí llegan disparos.
Ow. Wait, what? Is this moderate? I guess this was moderate. Like, clearly there's another bot, I just heard floaters. My bad. Good rookie level up.
Moving.
Oh shit, I could use a medkit. Novel.
Moving out.
I really have no idea when scouts get to reload. It has all of the good actions that a soldier can have in this game on one soldier.
Ah, shot wide.
Adjusting sights.
Getting it done. X-rays neutralized.
Okay.
On the move. Rock and roll. On my way.
Look at that huge health bar. There's no way that the soldier dies on this mission. Actually impossible. What? There are 4 pods?
They're on the move. Clear to
What
engage.
did I just see happen?
They're shifting their attack.
Somebody did some, like, teleporting. I am revising my enemy estimate for the mission upward. I'm pretty sure that I've also heard floaters.
Headed there now. Incoming. Heading to that location.
Guess we reload this turn. Or we start using the pistol. Probably reload.
Position confirmed.
The sea stuff does. Nice. Very limited on my ability to kill seekers here. I can chem grenade them. Can we suppress this? Do a bunch of smoking. Oh my god, I even have the medic here. Just in case.
Got no ammo. No longer a threat.
There's no way that my engineer can die. Actually impossible.
I'm out of firepower over here.
Aye, aye, Commander.
I've done the math, and it's actually impossible. Does the medic have a med kit? Yes.
Aye. Good to go.
Yes, it certainly does.
That's affirmative. Copy that. Target.
I'm very confused by how many enemies there are, though. That's fine. That's also fine. This is rude, but okay. Oh. Okay. They didn't, like, shoot at my people.
That all you got?
For the most part. It's a really good turn to have a rocket. I sure have a cloud of acid stopping me from walking forward. Okay, so are we in a long-range firefight with thin men and mutants? Is that what I'm doing? That might be what I'm doing. I probably am better at shooting them than they are at shooting me at this point. If only I had bullets. I did break some snipers, true. Alright, I mean, I think I just take this shot.
I'll get 'em next time.
I think now I just take this shot. Vital point targeting has abandoned me. And now I can, like, run away.
Stepping off. I'm rolling.
En marcha. En guardia. Wilco. Let's rock.
I wish I was cool enough to say Wilco. What a cool thing to say.
Ready to rock. Back in.
12%?
That all you got?
A bit more than I would have liked. This one doesn't matter.
A lot of heat on me.
Doesn't kill if it hits. And that one is overeager. That is too far forward for you to go, friend. Alright, having pulled them forward. Are you kidding? That's a sentry too. I don't think that has line of sight to the tile it shot to. But clearly I'm wrong. Alright, well that rookie's not promoting. I mean, I can't really, like, pretend that I'm right. Like, it clearly did have line of sight. I don't know. I don't know. Unlucky, I guess. Nobody even panic. They're just like, yeah, that happens. Mm-hmm. Sure does.
Throwing grenade.
One might actually be beyond the medic's ability to fix.
I'm on it, Commander.
Does this work? Not often enough. My rookie was gonna kill that Muton too. Medics are just kind of cursed. Even when I have a medic. Everybody just dies. Feels bad.
Down, guns dry.
Okay.
On my way. Aye, aye. Bring them up.
Ooh. Alright, I'll take it. Not quite sure what my plan is for getting through that wall next turn. Can use my med kit? Oh shit. Look at this. This removes the acid. Then I can use a frag grenade next turn. I think I'll have range.
Good to go.
Lost the meld.
On the move.
First medkit used this campaign? Correct. Offensive medkit.
Frag out.
Still has light cover, unfortunately.
Oh, shot wide.
Very awkward if I don't kill this, actually. And I don't have, like, bullets. Oh, I thought I had more bullets than that. Shit. Oh god.
Adjusting sights.
Just, like, extremely not dead. Chemet and Command a Suppress. Might as well take this shot. Still finding a way for my engineer to die? True. True. I think if I Chemet and Commander Suppress, it probably just hunkers in here. We'll see. Decided to take 1 damage to shoot at me. Hateful. Oh, it doesn't have cover anymore. Okay, anybody want a level up in particular? I think we give it to an engineer if we can.
Moving.
I wonder why I thought I heard a floater pod. I definitely thought I heard a floater pod. I was very confident I had heard a floater pod. I don't know. Continuation of a Long War campaign from last year? Kind of. I started playing it again and then squad wiped to a pod activation bug. And then I started again. Rest in peace, Teodoro Duarte. You weren't one of the best XCOM soldiers, but you were one of the XCOM soldiers. Is there a clip of the squad wipe? Maybe. Looks like I have 8 assaults ready to go in the barracks. Where'd all my wounds go? Damn, it's been a good month. What a difference some carapace makes. North America is kind of overkill in the hangar there. Data recovery.
We look forward to seeing your progress.
Put a mission on K Action J. Some pretty high aim. Guess what the rest of the team is? This is the one place where I would use a loadout template, probably. This isn't even, like, necessary. Like, I can absolutely bring an engineer if I want. Why do some soldiers have negative shields? They just generate with plus or minus 5 defense. It modifies the chance of them being hit when aliens shoot at them, which consequently modifies the chance that aliens will shoot at them. Because aliens will take shots with higher chance to hit. So it's actually kind of a big deal. The difference of 10% chance of you being hit already feels like a pretty big deal, but then you consider that also it's making you get shot at instead of other people regularly. And that's like why it's actually kind of huge. Seems fine. Probably. Next Exalt scan is going to be the 20th. And that's going to cost me 200 bucks, so...
We're aiming to eliminate an Exalt cell currently operating out of South Africa. We'll need to move in and assist our operative in acquiring the necessary data.
Hopefully it's a normal distributed stat. I think... You know, I have no idea how those stats are distributed, to be honest. It's like a point buy system. So if your soldier has more aim, it will have less something else. But I am not sure how it does the point buys.
Our operative was in position to transmit the data they'd acquired when Exalt forces moved into their AO. The encoder is currently shielding our transmitter's position, but if Exalt manages to hack the encoder, they'll be able to locate the transmitter. If they hack both, any hope we had of recovering the data intact will be lost. Objective update.
How long is Long War? Probably like 30% of the way, 33% of the way. Guess I could say a third of the way. How does this one work? I remember this being a thing. Do we like start here and go around the back or something? There's one there. Okay, start here. Start here and like run that way probably.
Understood, sir. Making my way there.
If our operative gets close enough to access one of the communications relays Exalt has nearby, they should be able to use the encryption keys from the intel to temporarily disable the enemy's comm system.
I would say 1.5 in-game years, not 2.
Eyes in the sky.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm on it, Commander.
Alright, the big thing in these missions is getting close to the enemies so you can shoot them.
Already there. Roger, Dodger.
So let's get going. Let's get going. Speaking on that. Oh, I got orange chicken for lunch and I get to eat it for dinner when I finish the stream. I've been streaming for the last 8 hours. It is 1 AM and I haven't had dinner. I'm making choices with my life. I feel okay about them. I don't know. Let's go. I also streamed for 3.5 hours earlier today. Yeah, it's just like, that doesn't even count. Baby stream.
Yes, sir. Going in for the kill. Running.
I've only streamed for an hour today. True. Although that is 100% of the time I have spent doing anything today.
To access the encoder, Commander. We can't allow Exalt to hack that equipment or they're going to locate the transmitter.
Shit, transmitter. Do you think when this game was made, hacking was cool still? Like hacking isn't cool anymore.
Going in for the kill. Running.
They had 2 people on the same keyboard to hack faster. Damn. Has there ever been a documentary about that? One can only hope. Hack!
Disrupted the enemy communications network. It'll take some time for them to get it running again.
And then go over there. There isn't one here, right? I feel like there should be one more than there is. Oh, we go there, and then there, and then there. Okay, gotcha.
Hauling ass.
I might need commands to help me do that around back. I'm gonna run and gun to here and hit this, but then I need command to get to there, I think. Okay, so that means my scout has to go over there as well.
Affirmative. Moving out.
How does an enemy prioritize shots with high chance to hit versus shots with high chance to kill? I think it like just uses magic or something. I don't know exactly how all the code works. I'm not sure the people who coded the game do either. To be perfectly honest.
Commander, we've got multiple hostiles inbound on Strike 1's position. Enemy reinforcements are
I
closing
think
in.
Modding XCOM has a decent amount of like, I'm going to try to make this happen, but I can't promise that it will. I feel like that happened a decent amount in Long War II anyway.
Let's do this. Heads up. Enemies approaching.
Does the AI know about close combat specialist? Almost certainly no. Surely they would play better if they did.
Set them up. Knock them down. Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Come to modding wasn't bad. I think it depended what you were doing a little bit.
Roger. Tracking. Roger. Tracking.
Got it. Moving.
Okay. Lots of Circles, the video game.
Roger that.
You love Lots of Circles.
That's affirmative. I'm moving.
Did I hack yet?
That should throw them off. It will take Exalt's people
Let's
some
click that
time to get
button
their communications
before I
back up
stop
and running.
being able to click that button, maybe. And I go over here to get ready to command next turn. Here. Good. Aww.
Moving to firing position.
Here or something. Oh, that one was at 2 HP. Didn't realize. Would the Exalt forces be more threatening if they tried to attack me? No, I think they should keep not doing that.
Taken care of.
What's the point of the enemies if they never get to shoot? You missed.
Running dry.
I didn't know that could happen. If you don't play it right, they do get to shoot. Damn, the one tile move to not proc close combat specialist. I just got outplayed.
Guns dry. They're repositioning on us.
I don't believe you would fail this. I think you'd handle it just fine.
That's affirmative.
Maybe if you load it out wrong. But I think if you load it out right, find it not too difficult.
That's affirmative.
Oh, I could have brought laser pistols. My bad. Could have made a difference too.
Reloaded.
Not a very consequential difference. You go... Let's see, where are you?
Heading there now.
You have hit and run? You have hit and run. Just gonna go here. And you know, this is actually a little complicated. I'm reassessing what I said. I could see how someone could get this map layout wrong. Thank you, Torpedo Bench. Replace Bradford with affirmation, Jorbs. That sounds nice.
Moving out. She's ready. Headed there now. Hostiles pacified.
Oop. You ever get mad when somebody gets your nose? Like, it happens so often and it seems so easy for them to do. I find that a little frustrating sometimes.
Rock and roll. Yes, Commander. Negative.
1 HP each, nice. Feels like it crosses a line. Fair. Fair and important. Yeah, what do they do with all those noses? I think there are just barely enough of these missions for me to find them fun over the course of the campaign. That was a good ragdoll. A lot of the fun is that the ragdolls are good. Sometimes they do backflips and stuff. It's pretty cool.
My weapon's spent.
Okay. What's happening? You have no bullets.
On my way. Neutralized. Reloaded.
Weapons empty. Can't engage. Roger that.
Wow, did they have 13 HP?
Locked and loaded.
It is a real damage check. Like, they do have a lot of health. Fortunately, we have a lot of damage.
Will do. Still confirmed. Moving.
Who's even alive?
Roger.
You...
Got him.
Two more. 1 and 2.
Out of the game. I'm out. All an ass.
I guess I should hack.
Flat out like a lizard drinking. Time to motor.
This is my last hack.
Affirmative.
So it does mean if I use it, I have to
Disrupted the enemy
get the
communications
final
network.
wave
It'll take some time for them to get it running
without
again.
having a hack.
Roger that.
I'm trying to remember where they come from.
Roger
I think
that.
there were like 2 down here.
Reloaded.
They don't show up until next turn anyway.
Heading out.
Where does the HP come
Running
from?
dry on ammo. On my way.
Why don't my engineers have HP too?
Heading to that location. Nailed him. Aye, aye, Commander.
Alright, I think there are enemies coming from down here next turn. That's what I remember happening.
Heading to that location. Rock and roll.
I feel like remember is just a lot easier to say than remember, and maybe there's something there. You here, and you can cover this entire corner. You go down here.
Oh yeah.
Running away and getting shot because they don't have bullets in their guns, because my covert operative has hacked
Looks like
this
this is the
system.
last of the hostile reinforcements, Commander. We just need to hold out a little longer.
Oh, I was wrong about what corner they were in, apparently. Hopefully not by enough that it matters. There are some here. Only one. Okay.
Heading to that location. Bye-bye. Moving. He's down.
Write the design choice to have your guns be Wi-Fi enabled so they can be hacked. Uh-huh.
Run him down. Running. Hostiles pacified.
I think actually, like, kind of,
Watch and learn.
just correct
Let's do this.
in this case. I feel like we've had a decent number of incidences in very recent real-life combat where
Running.
internet access is greatly swinging combat. Who's left? You? Oh yeah, easy.
And we're not picking up any other Exalt forces moving in the area.
Is the gun hacking thing real and not satire? Real. Real mechanic in game.
Not a single casualty. I'm certainly impressed by our soldiers' combat abilities.
Bojangles has made it to Gunnery Sergeant, which means I can take Sprinter if I would like. However, you're like the worst possible person to take Sprinter on, right? Maybe I take it anyway, just because like 12 mobility assault's kind of terrible. Sure. At Gunnery Sergeant, I think you can take any of the 3 on assaults. I usually take Bring 'em on. But here, the soldier just gets a lot better with +4 mobility, so... $270 plus another 100 in meld and weapon fragments. I could hit another foundry project right now. Kind of starts to be overkill. Okay. I think okay. Definitely want it at some point.
The foundry is already warmed up. I'll make sure to notify.
Quiet. No talking. Request from Egypt is Thin Man Corpses? 20. Yeah, these are going to be hard to do.
Contact detected.
I'm seeing another UFO over Germany. I still don't have a satellite over Germany. Was that the Harvest mission leaving? I think I just saw the Harvest mission land, but didn't get it to go actually attempt a mission, and then I saw it leave. I'm sure that's what happened.
Contact detected.
China. Scout number 3. Might be it for the month, but getting 3 by the 15th certainly suggests that there might be 4.
Enemy is padlocked. Approaching target now.
Whew! That was a big crit. And then the wingtip Sparrowhawk got me the crash land. I'm gonna count that as already 1 crash landing gotten by wingtip Sparrowhawks that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise. Count it. This is not based on strong science. Doesn't take long to pay for itself though. I do enjoy having another mission to send my soldiers on. Oh, it is time to upgrade my officer training school, but I do not have that much money. Whoops. Yeah, I don't have that much money. I'm not going to get that much money either. I'm not going to sell 300 credits worth of stuff right now. I am going to go to bed because I've been streaming for over 8 hours and it is 1 AM. So, that's going to be my plan, and then I will be able to stream more tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you're enjoying the XCOM. Almost no wounded soldiers. Indeed. Yeah, this month's been pretty smooth. We had 2 deaths, yeah. That's too bad, but also I'm doing well enough to handle that. Soldiers do I have? 49. Still not really enough. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.